Pythons are giant, legless animals that can be so deadly that they swallow whole animals. But swallowing their prey isn't always a good choice. Don't take your eyes off the screen to see the moments when giant, stupid pythons try to swallow their prey and have to pay a high price. In the wild, a young lion found itself in a tense confrontation with a formidable opponent, a python. Driven by its natural curiosity and instinct to assert dominance, the lion boldly initiated the encounter by charging at the python. Despite the python's menacing displays, including repeatedly opening its mouth as a warning, the lion remained undeterred in its determination to engage. As the confrontation escalated, the python retaliated against the lion's aggression by swiftly launching an attack, sinking its sharp teeth into the lion's face. In that moment, the lion came face to face with the raw power and danger posed by its adversary. Struggling to free itself from the python's grip, the lion resorted to desperate measures, attempting to kick the python with its powerful legs. However, the lion's efforts proved futile as the python's coils tightened around it, immobilizing its movements. Just when the situation seemed dire, two other lions arrived on the scene, responding to the distress calls of their comrade. With synchronized effort, they intervened, swiftly prying the python of the beleaguered lion and rescuing it from the jaws of danger. During the encounter, captured between a leopard and a python, tensions mounted as the python coiled around the leopard, initially seeming to gain the upper hand. However, showcasing remarkable agility, the leopard swiftly extricated itself from the constricting grip, launching a counterattack with ferocious bites and scratches. The skirmish culminated in the python's defeat, evident from numerous puncture wounds, particularly concentrated around its head. Despite emerging victorious, the leopard bore its own battle scars, notably a wound on its right foot. This clash epitomized the harsh reality of survival, where each creature fearlessly contends, recognizing only one can emerge triumphant in the end. In this gripping encounter between an albino python and a crocodile, the albino python, weighing nearly 17 kilograms and measuring over 2 meters long, shows its impressive body and strength. With such power, the python swiftly takes the life of the crocodile, leaving no room for protest or retaliation. The struggle is brief, and the python efficiently suffocates its formidable opponent. The insanity of this moment unfolds as the albino python asserts its dominance over the crocodile. The crocodile, caught off guard, is unable to mount a defense, succumbing to the python's powerful grip. The video provides a glimpse into the raw power of these creatures and the primal struggle for survival in the animal kingdom. Remarkably, the albino python's ability to handle such a formidable adversary highlights the efficiency of these predators in their natural environment. Once the confrontation is resolved, the python proceeds with its routine, swallowing the crocodile whole, a daily task that shows the incredible ability and predatory instincts of these remarkable reptiles. In this gripping encounter between a python and a crocodile, the large size of the python hints at the probable fate of the crocodile. The underwater pursuit between these two cold-blooded creatures creates a suspenseful scene. Some attempt to flee, while others engage in pursuit, leading to a moment where the crocodile finds itself unable to escape the relentless chase of the giant python. Despite living a solitary life, the python reveals its ferocity through sudden attacks, leaving its prey with no means of escape. The unfortunate caiman becomes the victim of a painful squeeze of the python, not seeking to crush it to death, instead relishes in the sensation of its prey's weakening, preparing for the live swallowing. In a matter of minutes, the python successfully devours the entire caiman. The colossal serpent then coils up, a triumph in the wild, and is eventually dragged away by a leopard, marking the end of this dramatic encounter in the animal kingdom. In a riveting encounter captured on video, viewers are immersed in the dramatic clash between a python and a lion. Revered as formidable predators in the wilderness, Pythons evoke fear among their prey with their stealthy hunting tactics and immense strength, capable of subduing prey several times their size. However, their predatory success comes at a cost. Indulging in large meals leaves them vulnerable, slowing their movements and compromising their defensive abilities. In this gripping moment, a well-fed python finds itself unexpectedly confronted by lions. Seizing the opportunity, the lions launch a swift and relentless attack, ultimately overpowering, dispatching, and consuming the python. In the world of predators, even the hefty alligator isn't safe from a python's appetite. No matter how large or small, a python can manage to swallow an alligator whole without much trouble. Thanks to their flexible jaws, pythons can widen their mouths to gulp down prey much larger than themselves. This skill makes them more adept hunters over time. However, despite their hunting abilities, pythons still encounter challenges, threats, while on the prowl for food. In a gripping sequence unfolding in Kruger National Park, viewers are transported to a bushy enclave where a colossal python engages in a deadly struggle with an antelope. Utilizing its formidable strength, the python swiftly subdues the antelope, rendering it unconscious with alarming efficiency. Sensing the opportunity, the python wastes no time in consuming its newly acquired prey. However, the python's triumph is short-lived, as the antelope's horns prove to be an unexpected obstacle. In a harrowing turn of events, the python's throat is pierced by a sharp horn, eliciting agonizing pain and forcing it to relinquish its grasp on the prey. Overwhelmed by discomfort, the python retreats from the scene, leaving behind its unfinished meal as a testament to the unpredictability of nature's trials. Even though pythons are powerful hunters, they have weaknesses. They rely mostly on their muscles for survival, so if their first attack fails, they're in trouble. Without sharp teeth or claws, facing predators like leopards is dangerous for pythons. In this case, the python paid a hefty price for attacking the leopard recklessly, ending up as the prey instead of the predator. In a mesmerizing scene, observers are drawn into a primal dance between a python and an impala. Renowned as a favorite target for large pythons, the impala's appeal lies not only in its size, but also in its perceived vulnerability. Armed with formidable muscles, the python swiftly immobilizes its prey through constriction, ensuring a swift and efficient demise. The successful capture of the impala represents a significant victory for the python, providing it with an ample meal that could sustain it for an extended period, potentially over a month. This display of predatory prowess highlights the python's remarkable adaptation to its environment and its ability to thrive in the wild. Despite facing a daunting situation, the pregnant female leopard, driven by hunger, made a desperate attempt to hunt down the two pythons. However, the outcome was tragic, as both the leopard and her male companion met their demise in the encounter. Instead of securing a meal, the leopard ended up becoming the predator, turning the tables on her attacker. Unfortunately, the fallen python provided sustenance for the leopard, serving as a grim reminder of the harsh realities of survival in the wild. In this moment, the python displayed a strategic approach against the hyena, utilizing their surprise attack tactics and leveraging their formidable muscular strength. The python swiftly overpowered their prey, leaving the hyena with little chance of survival. Despite the hyena being notably large and pregnant, it succumbed to the python's ferocious appetite and was engulfed whole. Following the consumption of this substantial meal, the python promptly retreated from the area, seeking refuge in a concealed location. This successful hunt ensures the python's sustenance for an extended period, alleviating the immediate need for further hunting endeavors. In this encounter, the focus is on the python's remarkable digestive abilities when faced with an antelope. Equipped with a stomach containing potent acids and specialized protective mechanisms, pythons ensure efficient digestion of their meals. As the digestive process unfolds, even the toughest components of the prey, such as hooves and horns, are gradually dissolved. However, the python's injury during the act of swallowing the prey suggests a rare mishap, possibly stemming from undue haste in devouring its meal. This unexpected turn of events underscores the inherent risks involved in the python's predatory behavior, despite its formidable digestive adaptations. In the wild, encounters between two formidable predators occur more frequently than one might expect. Nature's harsh reality leaves little room for error in their deadly dance. In this instance, the king cobra's attempt to deliver its venom was thwarted by the swift retaliation of the python. The python, seizing the opportunity, latched onto the king cobra's head, ultimately emerging victorious in this primal struggle for survival. On a road near Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, a dramatic struggle unfolds between a king cobra and a reticulated python, both fighting desperately for survival. Despite the python's attempts to constrict the cobra, the battle takes a fatal turn as the venomous strikes of the cobra overwhelm its opponent. With the python succumbing to the venom's potency, the cobra retreats into a nearby bush, biding its time until the prey is incapacitated, ready to feast upon its defeated foe. Renowned as one of the deadliest snakes worldwide, the king cobra boasts potent venom that, while not the most lethal, ensures dominance over its snake adversaries. Feeding primarily on other snakes, regardless of their venomous nature, the king cobra's predatory instincts drive it to seize any opportunity for sustenance, especially in times of scarcity. During the encounter, captured between a jaguar, its cub, and a python in the water, the jaguars exhibited their superior flexibility and strength, overpowering the python. The coordinated efforts of the jaguar pair rendered the python defenseless against their attack, resulting in the successful capture of the reptile. During the confrontation between a honey badger and a rock python, the python employs its strength, constricting its coils tightly around the badger in an attempt to secure its prey. Despite the badger's relentless attempts to break free, its efforts proved futile against the python's powerful grip. Just as it appears the python is on the brink of securing its next meal, a black-backed jackal enters the scene, disrupting the skirmish by launching an attack on the python. The unexpected intervention forces the python to momentarily lose its hold, granting the honey badger an opportunity to wriggle free and evade its imminent capture. With the tables turned, the python finds itself besieged as both the honey badger and the jackal join forces to retaliate against their common foe. Caught between two adversaries, the African rock python succumbs to the relentless assault and meets its demise. Following the victory over the python, the honey badger and the black jackal seize the spoils of their triumph, claiming the fallen python as their own prize. Through sheer determination and resilience, the honey badger emerges triumphant in the three-way clash, securing not only its survival, but also a hearty meal. In the footage, there's a tense encounter unfolding between a lion and a python. The python swiftly lunges at the lion, sinking its teeth into the big cat's flesh. Startled, the lion recoils, but the python persists, aiming for the lion's head with precision. Over the course of several moments, the python's attack takes its toll, eventually leading to the demise of the lion. Even after the lion succumbs to the bite, the python persists, slithering forward to deliver a final strike aimed at the opponent's vulnerable head. In encounters with giant pythons, mongoose find themselves at a disadvantage, no longer holding the upper hand. While giant pythons lack venom, their immense size and powerful muscles pose a significant threat to any mongoose. The sheer strength of these serpents allows them to effortlessly constrict and overpower their prey, rendering the mongoose vulnerable to being suffocated to death. During the confrontation between a jaguar and a python, the python faces a perilous situation as it attempts to confront the jaguar on land. The python's hunting strategy relies on constriction, necessitating close proximity to its prey, and any sudden advance by the jaguar could result in severe injury to the python. At the water's edge, a rare and captivating spectacle unfolds as a python confronts a crocodile, showcasing an extraordinary demonstration of strength. The python, with its powerful coils and muscular body, engages in a fierce battle with the formidable crocodile. Despite the crocodile's formidable jaws, the python maneuvers skillfully, wrapping its body around its opponent and tightening its grip with each passing moment. The python's strategy relies on its size and strength, utilizing its constricting ability to cut off the crocodile's air supply. As the struggle ensues, the python's relentless pressure proves to be too much for the crocodile to bear. Eventually, the crocodile succumbs to the python's overwhelming force, succumbing to the grip of the snake in a testament to its formidable strength. In the video clip, we witness an intense encounter between a tiger and a python. Unlike previous confrontations, both animals seem acutely aware of each other's capabilities. The python, recognizing the tiger's formidable strength and lethal claws, refrains from initiating an attack. Similarly, the tiger, mindful of the python's powerful constriction and strong bite, exercises caution, opting to avoid unnecessary conflict. The dynamic interaction showcases the innate instincts and calculated decisions made by both creatures in navigating their shared environment. In a captivating moment, the scene starts near fast-flowing water, and elephants strive to swim to shore. While the adult elephants navigate the challenge with ease, the baby elephant faces a significant hurdle. Surprisingly, the large size of these creatures doesn't hinder their ability to be skilled swimmers. The video shows a tough initiation for the baby elephant as it confronts the harsh reality of swimming against the current. The mother elephant plays a crucial role, giving her best to support and guide her young one through the challenging endeavor. However, the danger escalates as a formidable predator, the crocodile, enters the scene. The situation becomes tense. Will the baby elephant overcome this dangerous encounter? Despite the odds, the determined baby elephant continues its struggle to reach the shore, shielded by the protective presence of the herd of adult elephants. During the encounter between a king cobra and a mongoose, the tension in the air was palpable as two adversaries faced off. The king cobra, known as one of nature's most formidable predators, exudes an aura of danger and terror. Its reputation as a fearsome hunter made it the obsession of many creatures in the vicinity. However, despite its formidable size and venomous bite, the king cobra harbored its own fears and vulnerabilities. On the other side of the battlefield, the mongoose stood its ground with confidence. Renowned for its agility and ability to take down much larger foes, the mongoose appeared undaunted by the looming threat of the king cobra. As hunger drove the cobra to attack, the mongoose prepared to defend itself with swift movements and calculated strikes. In the end, the mongoose's skill and fearlessness proved to be its greatest asset as it emerged victorious, overcoming the king cobra's formidable presence and securing its own survival in the unforgiving wilderness. In the shared habitat where they coexist, conflicts are bound to arise among different species. In this particular encounter, a young python managed to overpower and consume a mongoose. However, despite its successful kill, the python's lack of experience resulted in sustaining injuries during the altercation. In the wilderness, a hungry python's attention was caught by a passing bird, sparking a primal urge to hunt. With calculated precision and lightning-fast reflexes, the python launched a decisive attack, seizing its unsuspecting prey in a vice-like grip. As the python coiled around its victim, the bird struggled against the suffocating pressure, desperately fighting for its life. With each tightening embrace, the python exerted relentless force, constricting the bird's airways until it gasped for breath. This struggle was brief but intense, as the python's powerful muscles overwhelmed the bird's feeble attempts to escape. In a swift and efficient motion, the python began the process of ingestion, gradually enveloping the hapless creature with its jaws. As the bird disappeared into the darkness of the python's gullet, the predator's hunger was momentarily satiated, its primal instincts satisfied for the time being. The python and the king cobra engage in a tense struggle, each vying for dominance. Despite their efforts, neither emerges victorious, and eventually, they retreat without inflicting harm on each other. However, tragedy strikes as the python, weakened by the battle, succumbing to the effects of a poison it encountered shortly after the confrontation. Sensing its chance, the opportunistic King Cobra seizes the moment, turning the python's misfortune into an easy meal. 3 small wild boars, without the protection of their mother, casually foraging for food. However, their vulnerability makes them tempting targets for predators. What makes this interaction fascinating is the python's strategic choice. Instead of targeting the first wild boar, it bypasses it and goes straight for the one at the back. It's a curious decision that adds a layer of suspense to the unfolding events. Clearly, the wild boar in the python's sights is in for a challenging encounter. In the wilderness, a leopard was on the prowl, stealthily tracking its potential meal. Its keen senses led it to discover a nearby python, presenting a tempting target for the hungry feline. With calculated movements, the leopard closed the distance between itself and its quarry, cautiously approaching while assessing the situation. As the leopard attempted to seize its prey with swift paw movements, it remained vigilant, wary of any sudden movement from the python. Sensing the imminent threat, the python swiftly retaliated, lashing out in defense. However, the leopard's agility and quick reflexes allowed it to outmaneuver the serpent, sinking its teeth into the python's head before dragging it a short distance away. Despite the python's attempts to wiggle free and escape into the safety of the water, the leopard persisted in its pursuit, driven by its insatiable drive to hunt and secure a meal. The encounter highlighted the stark contrast between predator and prey in the natural hierarchy, with the leopard's predatory prowess ultimately proving to be the deciding factor in the outcome of this confrontation. In the dense undergrowth of the jungle, wild pigs forage for sustenance, their senses tuned to the sounds and scents of their surroundings. Oblivious to the hidden peril lurking in the canopy above, they continue their quest for nourishment, unaware of the silent predator awaiting its opportunity. As the unsuspecting pig draws near, the python, concealed amidst the foliage, remains motionless, blending seamlessly into the surroundings. With precision timing, the python swiftly strikes, lunging from its coiled position to ensnare the unsuspecting prey with its razor-sharp, backward-curving teeth. Once secured within its grasp, the python wasted no time in initiating its deadly embrace. With each passing moment, the python's muscular coils tighten around the struggling form of the wild pig, gradually depriving it of precious air and rendering it powerless against the suffocating pressure. Despite any futile attempts to break free, the inevitable outcome becomes increasingly apparent as the python's grip tightens, sealing the fate of its unfortunate prey. When faced with potential threats or encroaching predators, pythons exhibit a range of defensive behavior. While some may opt for evasion, slipping silently away into the shadows, others may choose a more confrontational stance, issuing warning hisses, delivering swift strikes to deter would-be aggressors from encroaching upon their territory. In the intense confrontation between a python and a formidable big cat, the python found itself at a disadvantage, ultimately succumbing to the superior strength and ferocity of its feline adversary. As the mother leopard launched her attack on the giant python, the scene unfolded with a flurry of adrenaline-fueled action. The encounter was a testament to the swift and decisive nature of predator-prey interactions in the wild. Despite the python's predatory prowess and ability to strike quickly, it was no match for the speed and agility of the leopard's assault. In a matter of moments, the python's fate was sealed, and it became nothing more than prey for the hungry feline. Thanks for watching this video. Which moment was more hilarious and insane? Tell us in the comments below, and subscribe for more.